When one loves, everything is easy. The religious of Saint Mary of the Angels ought to be women of love and devotion. But you will be devout only if you love the one for whom you are working. I will render 100-fold for whatever one does for love of me, said Jesus. Become therefore religious of wholehearted fervor. Let us be true sisters to one another, with sentiments of mutual confidence. Prudence, no doubt, is necessary, but lack of trust keeps the heart closed. After having received Jesus in your heart, maintain true charity in your fraternal relations, because the heart of the good Master, model of perfect charity, keeps burning in the tabernacle. Kind-hearted goodness is a virtue, specially to be practiced by a religious. Jesus loves all people. Let us at least love all our sisters. To characterize one's life by charity is the most perfect imitation of Jesus Christ. Let us love everyone because we are all loved by Jesus, whose glory is revealed through the expression of mutual love. Do not be jealous, but rejoice at the gifts of your sisters. Desire their spiritual progress as much as your own. Our hearts, where Jesus dwells, should not be divided. Let us keep this thought in mind, and it will help us to observe perfect charity. Renounce every sentiment which impedes charity. Peace and unity, this is what I desire for all our communities. Love Jesus in each of your sisters. This will be the beginning of heaven. It is necessary that you love one another as sisters and not as strangers. Do not have a party spirit, as it is a pest in the community. As you wait for Jesus to grant you perfect love in heaven, love one another as I love you, and you will find joy in your communities. The soul united with the good Lord ought to live in charity. If you observe this beautiful virtue, you will experience peace in your soul. Strive to be holy, as the good Lord sows grace in your heart. You will then be ready when He comes to reap the harvest. If charity reigns in our communities, it will be paradise. Charity is kind, gentle, and forgetful of self. May all our hearts, united in love, begin here on earth the perfect love which reigns in heaven. I plead with you, dear daughters, no more unpleasantness, provocation, hurtful words, aversion, for this one or that one. No more words with double meaning which cause pain. Make efforts to be joyful. You are, after all, with your sisters and not with strangers. Pray for your sisters when you see them in pain. Do not be envious of the gifts they have received, of the graces God has accorded them, and even of the degree of holiness that He wishes for them and which He is free to withhold from you. You complain about the lack of response on the part of Jesus, but actually you should reproach yourself for your own insensitivity towards your sisters. You must love everyone, as it was said of the first Christians. See how they love one another. Peace in your souls, peace in your communities. This, my very dear daughters, is what I desire for you. Some days prior to his death, our venerated father assured me that his work would not suffer in any way after he was no more, because it was protected by the powerful intercession of Mary. Be filled with reverence towards God on our altars, and like true sisters, be generous, loving, and united among yourselves. Jesus made love of God and of one's neighbor the foundation of the Christian and religious life, and thus, instead of multiplying our obligations, He reduced them to a single one. Love one another as I love you, and you will experience joy in your communities. Love will reign among you, and life will be warmly cordial. Bear witness to Christ by a boundless charity and persevering patience.